Well, we have reporters following both candidates in Caracas. Teresa is at the opposition candidate Henrique Capriles' headquarters, and Gabriel Elizondo is the Nicolas Maduro stronghold, January 23rd neighbourhood. Let's go to Gabriel first, who's going to tell us why you're in a neighbourhood called January 23.
Well, we're here because this is the heart of Chavismo. This is the heart of the Hugo Chavez legacy and his socialist revolution. And by extension, that means it is now the base of Nicolas Maduro. Now, there are several things going on here in the Maduro campaign. I want to get you up to date because we could be nearing results fairly soon, and if events are developing fast. Number one, Nicolas Maduro is about 3 blocks, we believe, from where I'm at behind me right now in a military museum, coincidentally, where Hugo Chavez's body is at as well, lying in a state of rest. Maduro is with his top aides right now, waiting for election results. We saw his caravan of armored personnel, armored vehicles, security, waiting to take him here after the results are announced to Miraflores Palace, the presidential palace, where he has implored all of his supporters to go there to wait for these results. So what we're basically seeing is we're having Maduro in his stronghold neighborhood right now, but him telling his supporters to go down to the presidential palace. What we can read into that, we don't know right now. Does that think that he's on a way to victory? Does that think it's going to be close? We just don't know. That's all speculation. What we do know, though, is there are still several hundred of Maduro's supporters here in this neighborhood, anxiously awaiting the results, where they are going to, if he wins, probably explode into excitement and then maybe go down to the presidential palace. But this is all sort of things that are sort of boiling under the surface right now as we wait for those official results.
Gabriel, has it been a fairly straightforward campaign? I mean, there are issues in Venezuela. Violent crime is one. An extremely faltering economy is another. And the third, of course, is the big one, the shadow of Hugo Chavez hanging over it all.
It has been a pretty straightforward campaign. You had Maduro running really on one thing, and that's the Chavez legacy. And everyone says, yeah, there are issues here, though. And Capriles was really trying to hone in on the issues, like you said, crime, Caracas, one of the most violent cities in the world now, economy, inflation, over 20%, the second highest in Latin America. So you had Capriles trying to really take on Maduro, and Maduro really trying to carry on the Chavez legacy. So, you know, there are issues. Everyone in Venezuela has said that their top issue in the polls has been crime and the economy, but it also has been a pull between the issues and the legacy. Maduro really wants to carry on the legacy because Chavez was so popular, but Capriles was really trying to pull Maduro away from the Chavez legacy and really make it an election about Maduro and Capriles. So this election, the results will be important, but beyond that, how much whatever candidate wins by will also be very telling to see where this country will be going. Not just who wins, but how much that person wins by.
All right, Gabriel, thank you very much. Let's go now to the other camp, the Capriles camp. The headquarters of the Capriles camp, indeed. Teresa is there for us. Teresa, Capriles, it seems to me, has run a far more aggressive campaign than last time round. That was, October. And also he's accused Maduro of being helped by other forces, and there have been all kinds of shenanigans, according to Capriles anyway.
Yes, and those accusations continue. And let me tell you a little bit about what's been going on here. Until a few minutes ago, people here were celebrating, and now everybody here is in silence. They're just awaiting the results. There's lots of anxiety. People are expectant. There's rumors going around. They're saying, we won, but nobody's able to confirm anything. They're still thinking that they can actually, in a way, beat Nicolas Maduro. And as you said, this has been a very aggressive campaign, and Henrique Capriles has been accusing the government of abuse of power, of not respecting the ban on campaigning, among other things. The recent accusation that came from Capriles, he asked the president of the Electoral Commission to close the polling stations that remained open because they had information that some people were trying to go inside those polling stations to vote. He also said on Twitter that the will of the people, that the government was trying to alter the will of the people. A few minutes ago also there was a press conference by the Unity Table, that's Henrique Capriles' party, where they said that the government's move to actually call people to go to the presidential palace to celebrate is disrespectful, that the results are still not out yet. Right. And they're asking people to actually go out and defend their votes. That's how much anxiety there is here.
When Hugo Chavez died, he was halfway through his so-called socialist revolution, this 30-year socialist plan. Halfway through those 30 years, the economy is failing. There's 30% inflation. The poor have been hardest hit. So it's not working. Has Capriles used that against Maduro?
Definitely, and that's been his campaign strategy. What Capriles has been doing throughout this last 10 days is he's been traveling around the country, and he's never criticized Hugo Chavez or the revolution. He's criticized Nicolas Maduro as a person. He's also been talking to people about the everyday problems like inflation, crime, food shortages, among other issues, and that's been, as I said before, his campaign strategy. He knows that people are listening to him. Today, I was going around some neighborhoods where the strength of the Chavismo continues to be very strong. I mean, Nicolas Maduro has lots of support there, but still some people there were telling me that they were tired about the economic situation here, that they were tired of crime, they were afraid to go out on the streets of Caracas. So, of course, things have changed, and, of course, Henrique Capriles has benefited from it.
Teresa Bow, also in Caracas. Thank you, Teresa.